Hello, this is Dave Quigley for VGNewsWire.net. Today I'm going to be playing some Road Rage. This is a newly released game available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Steam. And it's a motorcycle racing game with a heavy focus on combat. So you'll be swinging your weapons at people as you race in the vein of a Road Rash. So what I'm going to be doing is play through a little bit of the story, show off some of the world, some of the customization you can do. First thing I'm going to do is let you know this is probably late-ish game material if you're worried about seeing that. I don't know exactly how far into it I am. If I had to guess, I'd say probably about 70% or so the way through the story. So the first thing I will do is answer this phone call.
The boss sent me, and here I am. Now where's my welcome party?
You got nerves. Do you have any idea who we are? Show us your ID or you die right now.
ID? You're kidding me. You think the boss lets me have an ID?
I hate to admit, but that makes sense. You know the boss is, Philip. True, the boss likes secrets more than your average super spy. But we need some proof before we let him in. Let's put his skills to the test. If he passes the test, we know he's for real. The boss only sends his finest to the Haunted Hills to protect his ass. And I don't think anyone else can pass our test. What do you think? Let's do it.
So right there, what you've just seen, that's how the story mode plays out. It's not really cutscenes per se. You get those text message back and forth, conversations, and it's just basically, crime-ridden city. You're proving yourself as a motorcycle gang member. Not much to it. You're not going to be playing this for the story. One thing that jumped out to me, if you play as a female, if you switch characters, there's many you can pick from. So you got men and women available. If you're a woman, the scenes don't change any. They still kind of refer to you as a man, which is kind of weird. But not such a big deal. Honestly, if you're playing it, you're probably going to end up skipping through most of those just to get to the game. So if you noticed on the minimap in the bottom left, I drove to the star marker, which is your story mission. This is a stunt mission proving grounds, and I find these to be among the most difficult things the game has you do. So I'll do my best. We'll see what happens. So you need to get airtime, and then so much time driving under a wheelie, and then near misses, which is just making close calls, driving past other cars, like that. That didn't count. Right there, I just blew up. If I had instant replay, I'd roll that back. I have no reason that I could see why I just blew up there. But that's the thing that happens in this game. Sometimes you'll explode and you won't know why. Now there I hit a pole. Controls are stiff. The physics is really the most difficult thing. That's some airtime. I have to get 5 seconds of airtime, 15 seconds of wheelie time, and 15 near misses. Well, the airtime isn't going to be too bad, especially if I didn't blow up those couple times. I should finish out my airtime requirement. I need 15 near misses, and that's going to be real tough to do in 40 seconds. I'll see if I can pull it off. I have been able to cheese it in the past when I was having trouble by just kind of letting a car pass me and getting it again. That didn't count because I hit him. There's no way. I'm going to go ahead and just restart this mission. And I find that I restart the missions a lot with the stunt missions. You know, and excuse me saying the word missions over and over again, but... So I'm going to attempt to get some airtime. That was pretty good. That counts as 2 when I reversed it there. If you see the near miss counter go up. That's 4, that's 5. So this is what I have resorted to because of how difficult it's been. That's 8. That's 9. So we'll go for 10, 11, 12. That didn't count. 13. Uh-oh. Gotta be careful there. You can get stuck on those railings. Alright. My near misses are completed. So I'm in good shape now. All I gotta do is pop a wheelie for 15 seconds, and that's the easiest thing by far. You do that by pulling back on the left stick. I can go over the basic controls. Right there I blew up again, who knows why. Oh, I didn't ever realize that reset my counter down to 0 because I didn't ever put the wheel back down, I guess. But basically I'm playing on PlayStation 4, on a Pro technically. So square attacks left, circle attacks to the right. The Xbox equivalent, I assume, would be X to the left and B to the right. Triangle is a nitrous boost.
Sound the alarm! Foreign intruders going northwest!
Man, what time is it?
The
3 a.m.?
cross
Go to
button
bed now.
is your
Take the foreign
handbrake
intruders out.
for tighter
Move your ass,
turns.
come on.
And you'll need to use that a lot.
Sure, man. No problem. Stopping intruders, that's what we do here at Haunted Hills. Just let me get some clothes and I'm on my way.
Alright, I'm gonna check out this story mission, see what it is. If it's a different type, I will play it and show you, otherwise we'll drive around the city a bit. Yeah, this is gonna be an assassination mission. You'll notice it says hard here. The missions are all marked with easy, medium, or hard. I haven't really noticed practical difference in what is harder or easier. To me, the easy ones can be just as hard as the hard, and the hard can be as easy as easy. It's kind of hit or miss. Assassination missions, I find, are easier to pull off just because all you gotta do is knock a couple people off, and I definitely missed there. But you get a little red skull marker on the mini-map, so you can chase them down. So you have to take out 2 people in a couple minutes. So when you come up, if you hit square, you'll kind of engage combat mode here. And then you just swipe at them. It seems every weapon I've seen so far is kind of a one-hit kill. That's kind of disappointing. You need to make sure you hit first, otherwise you're going for a trip through the air. I'm gonna click the touchpad here. That brings up the map so I can get an idea of where I need to go. And I don't know exactly what direction they're moving, so I'm just going to stick on this main road. Try to chase down that other person. Coming up to a break. Now, I assume they'll stay in this forest area. You can see the mini-map is kind of colored with different sections. If you enter one before the game wants you to, that maxes out the chase meter. It's got a 5-star system, kind of like Grand Theft Auto. The more criminal acts you are performing, the heavier the police chase you. I'm closing in on, well, if I could drive better, I would be closing in on somebody. I'm in trouble now, because I don't know where. Well, might have to replay this if I get pretty lucky. Yeah, I'm not gonna... 5 seconds, I'm not going to catch him, so I'm going to just go ahead and restart. No cuts here. I'm not going to hide the parts where I fail at it. It's just part of the game. Some of these missions I've had to restart several times. And I'll show you some of the pack races. I think they're just absurd at the beginning. It's just a mass of bodies. So you can also, if you have that little icon, it shows a square, and that kind of like sucks you up to them. So even if you're a ways away, you kind of just get magnetized up. So in a race, you can use that to your advantage. It's not my favorite system, but it's in here, so it makes sense to use it. My weapon, if you can't tell, is a katana right now. Start off with a baseball bat. Got about a minute. Which one do I want to chase after here? So L2, R2 is your reverse and gas. I use L2 in conjunction with the handbrake for the tighter turns, and I knew that was going to happen. Oh man. Weird things with the physics. You graze something, sometimes you will come to a stop, sometimes you will just bounce off of it. I don't know if I'm going to catch this guy again. One thing you'll also notice if you play this is didn't get to him. Got him, but that was too late. It's not going to count. But one thing you'll notice is with the signposts and street lights in the city, a lot of them, there's no clipping. You'll drive straight through them, and that is weird, and it makes it hard to know. Right here, see that? How it just had me drive right over the railing? I drove into it, and it drove me over the top of it. And it'll do that sometimes, and now I'm basically stuck, so I'm gonna restart. And there are times where it's just kind of stupid and you laugh at it, and there are times where it's very frustrating. And right there I blew up. Okay. But I've had that happen at the end of like a 5-minute race. On the last turn, I barely touch the rail and it jumps me over it, and I got stuck and had to start the whole thing over. I am liking this katana though. I find I have more success using this than a lot of the weapons in this game. pretty good range. And the what would you say, the speed of swinging it is better than some of the stuff. Okay, let's go to the left here. I should point out that the timer stops when you're in the minimap, so go ahead and make liberal use of that. Alright, so here's our last guy. It's going to be passing me right here. Is he going to turn? I should have him now, though. And I'll hit square to jump ahead to him in combat mode. Take him out. So I restarted, 3 times there? Once for a weird physics issue, and a couple times just because I didn't play well enough. Let's see. So you earn money, as you can see here, to buy more bikes, buy upgrades for the bikes, weapons, and then you unlock the next story mission. You unlock weapons and bikes, and when you unlock them, it's unlocking the ability to purchase it. So I'm going to reject this call for now and go to the clubhouse. So when the clubhouse loads up, this is your menu. You can go to the motorcycles, purchase different motorcycles. It seems every area of the map has missions that are locked where you have to use a certain motorcycle to continue, which is why I'm using the one that I am right now. Here's the weapon list. Start out with a baseball bat, so you have a lead pipe, a machete, police baton, ice axe. I don't have that purchased yet. Selfie stick, that's a phone stick. That one actually has you can see a cell phone with the screen turned on as you're whacking people with it. Fire extinguisher chainsaw, which is like really impractical. A sight, that's one, I think that's one of the most recent weapons I unlocked. I'm gonna stick with the katana, but fancy hammer. It looks like you have not Mjolnir from Thor, not to confuse it. Shotgun, that'll be handy. So drivers, as you progress through the story, you get different people you can pick. And these you don't have to purchase, these just become available eventually. The Leif Jackson, this is your primary character, that's who you start with. You can change the wheels, the colors of it, the color of the motorcycle. You can change the body shape a little bit. Give it a new headlight. Body color. There's a few different styles of paint. It's like metallic. Let's give you we'll change the color. Really bright yellow. Only cost $100. As far as, you can make the bikes look relatively different using the different style of paint, and then you can mix the colors. Their exhaust, you can change, you can see behind his feet. It's hard to see with the lighting where I am right now, but you can change the exhaust pipes. main thing that actually contributes to the game, how you play it, when you upgrade, you know, you can improve your top speed, your acceleration, handling. I'm going to leave it as it is for now, save that money, so in case I need to buy another bike. But back to it. I'm going to reject this call again. See where I'm at on the map. I'm going to take us into the next city section. I'll show you. Really persistent about these story message phone calls. Alright, take you into the city, show you some different quick mission types you can get to. Look at the trophy list. If you're into that kind of stuff, there's like a collectible defined in every area. I personally haven't found any of them yet. Haven't really been looking for them either. So this is going to be a police escape mission. These, I mean, it's obviously self-explanatory, escape from the police. It's only a, I was going to say, it started as 2, but now it's 4-star, so it took me a while to kind of understand the best practice here, but, so the police will chase you, and you just need to drive away from them, of course, but aside from that, you just need to, like, you need to put distance, but not too much, because the further away you get, then they'll start spawning again. So you just kind of have to make some quick maneuvers and get away from them. And then the countdown timer will start increasing. Once that gets to 30 seconds, you've completed the mission. And you see right there, I just kind of drove straight through a sign. So I should have it here. Well, as you can see, a couple more cops just spawned in. I got too far ahead of the rest of them. But when I first started playing, I really didn't understand that, and I'd be driving around. These missions were taking way too long, because I'd be putting all this distance between them. I'd be driving across the entire map, but they'd keep spawning on top of me. Well, right there. After every mission, it just kind of releases your bike at full speed, and a lot of times you'll just crash into something. There's no real penalty for that. You don't lose any money as far as I can tell. There is a hit point counter during the missions. If you crash too many times, you'll fail the mission. This one here is just time trial. That, everybody knows what time trial is. That's just a race by yourself. Sometimes they have you...
You know, it's already been... You're still...
I'm just going to skip this. I didn't mean to answer that call. Sometimes they'll have the police chasing you, which is more interesting. You see on the right, there's kind of like a GPS marker. Those are called sprints, and that doesn't give you any indication about how to get where to go. It just says, you know, we need you to go to this place, and you have to look at the map. And those are kind of like looking, finding your own way, driving through the map. Come up to this. This is an eliminator race. I'll do one of these. Hope I don't meet the mission requirements. Well, then maybe we'll do a different one. We'll see if I can do this here. An elimination race, every lap, the last place person is kicked out. Decimator. Okay. Well, the other one was a mud flap. So, to show you that, I will... Or mud fear, I guess. I'll go switch back to that. course, by doing that, it puts me to a clubhouse, so I'm not exactly sure where that tag was. It's kind of an arcade race style, so to me, I'm older. I think I like cruising, Daytona USA, like the arcade game where every checkpoint you hit is an extension to the timer. We'll go ahead and do this race here. This is just a basic race, but 3 laps, 6 people. You'll see at the start, everybody just kind of goes nuts. And right there again, you see, I don't know if they hit me with something, but sometimes you just explode. The AI driving is not very great, and that applies to the other bicyclists. It's cyclists, not bicycle, but they crash into a lot of stuff, which is good because you crash into a lot of stuff too. One thing I do appreciate is there doesn't seem to be any rubber banding, and if you're not sure what I mean by that, I don't know if they do it so much anymore, but in racing games you'll see sometimes the game is created in such a way that they want to keep it close so there's more action, so if you're too far behind, you'll get like a speed boost to catch up. But in here, I find that the best thing you can do is drive kind of cautiously at the beginning to try to peel away from the pack, and then just drive. Go as fast as you can without crashing. But because there's no rubber banding, if you can keep your pace up, even on the races that are marked as being hard, you're not going to really be under too much of a threat of losing. And I'm just finishing up my second lap here. Now it does crisscross, as you can see, so even being ahead, there's a chance you could end up running into another biker just on the race path. And this one, there's not too many cars. Some races, there's more traffic in the way. But just obviously, the more you crash, the less likely you are to win. But in my experience of playing, you don't have to be incredibly fast. It's better if you drive a little bit slower and not crash. And especially, you don't want to get stuck on something. I'll try to show you. Well, there I go with a crash. Well, this match is about over anyway, so we'll just finish it out. Now, if you pop a wheelie while holding boosts, the wheelie regains your nitrous faster. So you got basically unlimited nitrous if you're in a wheelie. But let's see, the trees, you smack a tree, you're going down. But right here, like, I bet I could drive through this. Yeah. A lot of these street lights, you can just drive right through them, which, even knowing that, I'm just starting to get to the point now where I've trained my brain to not worry so much about crashing into the poles, but some of them, like this one here, I bet I will crash into. Yeah. But then you see there, I bounced off of it instead of flying off the bike. But a lot of my early time, you know, I was really doing my very best to not hit those, but you can't hit them. Which icon was it? I think it was the skull icon. So we'll go down here, around to the right,
You know, it's already been.
and there I hit the handbrake button, so that answered the phone call. And I think if I go down this road here, that skull icon will be available to me. I think this is where I was. Yep, so this is an eliminator race. Each lap, you'll see that the last place person is kind of kicked out of the race. And here I have to bring the Mudfear bike, pay $200, and have... Oh, I screwed up again though. I need 5 upgrades on my bike. I guess I will spend the money on that quickly. I'm just going to buy the cheapest things to save money. So build some tires, always good choice. And then... Okay, now we'll be able to go into that, but again, I'm gonna have to drive there. Where am I pointed? Oh, wrong way. Okay. Sometimes I have a hard time seeing that little triangle on the bigger map. There's the hospital, which is where you will end up if you crash too many times. You saw there was a crash between two just AI cars. That'll happen a lot with the police, you'll see. They'll get stuck on each other and just kind of stop. I've seen them just like spinning in circles. There are some things that I would like to see updated with this game, like that. The AI just has a very hard time driving in any kind of logical way. Right there, I got taken out because I missed my swing. I should be okay here. But crash. I think I took somebody with me. I don't know why I'm not respawning. Alright, this is a new one to me. I haven't seen this happen before. I've always respawned, sometimes facing the wrong way or on a different segment of road, but I've never actually not respawned before. So we'll just go ahead and restart the race. At least that was at the beginning and not the end. These eliminator races are some of the longer things. And I got a little greedy there. Alright, I am in the lead here, so with any luck, they'll fight each other off, and I'll be in the clear. So this section of town here, in general, like, I mean, obviously there are games that look much better than this. You kind of expect racing games to have higher end graphics. This one doesn't look the prettiest, but the environments are varied, so you get a lot of variety. You're not staring at the same buildings on a loop over and over again. Each little region of the city, there's you start out in Detroit. There's downtown, the forest, a port section. There's like an airport you can drive through. There's a lot of different, locales. So while it doesn't necessarily look the best, you're generally getting a little bit of variety in your backdrops. There isn't much difference in the cars, though. I noticed there's only, let's say, at most, maybe 5 different cars that you'll see on the road, and probably only about 5 different models of pedestrians. The pedestrians don't do much at all other than if you hit them or crash into them, you will get the police after you. One thing with that is there's an achievement trophy for hitting 1,000 pedestrians, and you cannot crash into them for that trophy. You have to actually hit them with a weapon. And if you go up to somebody and swing the weapon at them, the game goes into a slow motion thing for like dramatic effect, and I've really lost patience with that. Because I was like, well, whatever, it's an easy trophy, we'll do it as I'm playing the game, but every single time you go to hit one, it goes into slow motion, it just takes forever. So, I mean, even if you're trying to just finish that trophy by driving around doing nothing else, it's gonna take a long time, probably a few hours of just hitting them. Alright, there I veered off course. Sometimes it's better to just crash full speed and respawn, but then you're at the oh, what have I done? I have totally driven the wrong direction. I may have blown this race. I don't really know what happened there, but oh well. We'll see if I can get it caught up or not. I don't know. I missed a turn somewhere. Distracted while talking, I guess. But some turns I missed in some of these races, I don't really even necessarily consider my fault. Not always. You don't always get the shining red turn here helpers, so I try to keep an eye on the mini-map while I'm doing this, but sometimes not the best, as you can no doubt tell from this video. Oh no. Let's see if I can take this person out. Oh, wow, what happened there? I'm stuck, and that is the game. I'm gonna lose because of that. So I feel like I hit that person. Apparently not, and they just kind of bounced off of me, and I got hit into a wall, into a corner, stuck, and lose a 5.5 minute race because the physics are not up to par. That's disappointing, so, you know, it is the game, unfortunately. If you're looking for, you know, a basic motorcycle racing game, you might find something you like here. You know, there are elements that I like, but the controls are kind of not great, leaves a lot to be desired. The turning's kind of difficult.
Philip, you're on.
Combat is basically chance, I consider it, because like that last time I felt like I timed that good and missed, and at that point they don't have to do much to bump you off your bike. Everything's a one-hit kill, so if you miss, you're probably going to get taken out. I'll show you that's the slow motion I'm talking about right there. And everybody just, no matter what you hit them with, they take off like you are launching them with a rocket. Everything slows down, slow motion. Seems like a lot more work was put into the ragdoll physics of pedestrians than the driving physics, and hopefully there's some updates that come. Time will tell with that, but that's a pretty good look at the single player portion. I don't know exactly how long that campaign is. I've probably been playing it for 6 to 8 hours at this point. So one more thing I will attempt here is going into multiplayer. I've tried this several times. It's never worked yet for me. So I don't even know, I assume it'll be a regular race, like a circuit race with just laps, but I don't know. Every time it's gotten to this point, and then it says lost connection to the host. Let's see what happens. While we're waiting, once again, this is VGNewsWire.net covering the new release Road Rage. Once again, connection with the host has been lost. Now, the really bad thing here, you get kicked all the way out to the main menu when multiplayer fails, which is the longest load of the game. So I'm gonna try one more thing with you for this video. We'll sit through the loading screen again. I will attempt to host a multiplayer game. But this was released just a couple days ago, November 14th. It's called Road Rage. It's by Maximum Games. They did provide us with a code for coverage, so we do thank them for that. Now that we're back in, I will...
You know, it's already... Yep.
No, let's get through this. Pause. Oh, and then real quick, there are instant missions, so rather than driving around, you can just pick missions from the menu here, but you can't do the story missions through there. So multiplayer, create an online game. We'll create our own session and try to be the host and see if this works. So this is Road Rage rated M for violence, strong language, and suggestive themes. It costs $29.99. That's on the digital versions. Just hit start here. I don't know if I have to invite people or if they'll let people join me. Because I would definitely like to try multiplayer. I always think of like Road Rash 64, playing with friends, just locally. It's a ton of fun. CPU. Yeah, this is all computer, so you know. And stuff like that, when I hit somebody and they just fall off, I have no idea why. But I'm not gonna finish this race. I really wanted to just do multiplayer. But the review will be forthcoming. If you're seeing this video, the review is probably already available on our website at vgnewswire.net. So once again, I am David Quigley. I am a managing editor for vgnewswire.net. Thank you for watching.